always had tiny biceps.
Bruh. It matters which kind. And that's because
I never even trained them.
See, I've always found training biceps very boring.
This is so much more fun. See, I looked at a couple of pictures and I realized
My biceps are tiny as fuck.
that ends today. So for the next 30 days, I will train nothing but biceps.
That was definitely a bit overly dramatic, but I've had some issues with injuries in the past, quite a lot, which means I won't be quite as serious as the intro made it sound. But first, I need to measure them, which I already did, but the video file corrupted, so I have the measurements here. The left bicep before was 34.5 centimeter relaxed and 36.5 centimeters when flexed. The right bicep, however, was 35.5 centimeter relaxed and 37.5 centimeters flexed. Don't ask why. Gunnar arm. Let's begin. But before we begin, please like and subscribe and all that jazz, because if you look down there, the number isn't very high, and I'm making a comeback, so I would greatly appreciate it. Now, let's go. Day 1 started with high. The idea of doing biceps every day sounded almost fun in a sort of way. I hit the gym with a plan, and since I was extremely fresh, never exactly trained biceps ever before that, it felt almost wrong training them. My form was definitely not on top. Hopefully I can get those like bicep veins here. I've never really had those. I've never even had any veins on my biceps actually. But by day 2, the soreness came in hot. Not the good kind, my arms felt tight, the elbow up, like they were glued in a half curl and I couldn't fully extend them. So, by day 3, I realized I had two options. Kinda back off, lower the volume and stuff, or just keep going and figure it out. Hopefully my body will adapt. But, of course, with my history of injuries and shit, I lowered the weight and chased growth instead of whatever the experiment is. The bicep part of the workout took 30 minutes max, but the fatigue was brutal. I wasn't really chasing PRs, I was literally just training what was fun at the time. By day 5, I felt robotic, walked in, curled left, arms didn't look any different, they just felt angry sort of. This was the part of the experiment where my biceps said, "Are you serious right now?" Insert clip. From day 6 onward, I kind of stopped counting the days, and it just became a routine. Every curl session blended into the neck. The pain was kind of normal now. Obviously, my arms weren't recovering fully. I've gone from doing all those exercises to just one per day now. My biceps just couldn't handle it, and I could definitely feel that. But they also weren't completely done out after every session, since I didn't go all out. It felt like progress, even if I wasn't seeing it yet. Some days were quiet, no motivation, no hype. I wouldn't even warm up before. Other days I'd get a surprise pump and feel like a Greek statue until I saw the footage. By day 10 I still hadn't noticed a significant increase in the size, but I saw a little peak forming when I flexed. By day 12 I was adjusting exercises just to feel something. Straight bars, cambered bars, cables, machines. I was testing everything from this point on.
Bosh!
But instead of me throwing spaghetti at the wall, it was like I was throwing a rock or something. Nothing stuck. Day 15 came with a weird energy. My arms weren't fighting anymore. They were showing up just like me day after day. But even though I wasn't noticing a major change in the size, the curling movement I was getting very strong at. Like overly, I didn't expect it that much at all. Holy fucking shit. I don't know if I can do this anymore. I definitely need one rest day. It just hurts, not even like fatigue. It's just like legit hurts. Like that. Tomorrow I'm gonna take a rest day, but I'm going to continue with it. And I feel like my biceps are finally getting a bit bigger. Halfway through the experiment, my mentality changed. It wasn't anymore about how can I grow my biceps. Well, of course it was, but now it was more about consistency, about showing up even when I didn't care. That rest day most definitely helped, but it's still like fucking hell, it still hurts a lot. I think I'm about halfway through the challenge now. I'm also getting a whole lot stronger in the biceps. When I started this challenge, I did 14. I could do 16, but I did 14. Now I'm about to do 20 kilo on bicep curl, so it's working. My arms still felt full constantly. The kind of fullness when you look down mid-conversation and notice a vein that wasn't there before. The pumps started coming in faster and faster. 1 or 2 warm-up sets and my biceps were on fire, and the mirror was cooperating. And after this point, it was completely flow state. Like, I'm talking day 17 through to 23, I didn't even think about training biceps, I just did it. Just 1 month doesn't sound like that long, but when you train it every single day, non-stop, with no pauses except one, it just doesn't work out that way, but keep on the grinding. And by this point I had basically quit powerlifting altogether because of some unrelated things, but that meant that I could take this experiment much more seriously, since it didn't affect my bench or powerlifting training overall that much anymore. And day 24 I finally found the exercise that I was chasing, the one that made the rock stick to the wall. It was a cable bicep curl, but instead of facing the cable machine, I faced away, so I got the string up my asshole. It felt great. And by day 25 I had finally progressed to doing curls with 20 kilo. Honestly, by this point I didn't feel the biceps anymore. Maybe they had adapted, but the last 5 days flew by. I was just cruising, no burnout, just momentum. Curling didn't even feel like a workout anymore, it just felt like clocking in. Looking forward to taking some days off. I can sometimes there's a vein going through the bicep as well. First time I've had that ever. But the pumps after the workouts were getting insane. I was eating more, sleeping deeper, even standing differently. I'd walk past mirrors and actually flex like never before. Like I never did that before. And I could finally do a front double bicep without feeling embarrassed. Day 26 through to day 30, I hadn't really built anything else than size, which was the end goal, of course, but I thought that this could build like some discipline or stuff, but honestly it didn't do that. But day 30 I went all out, and oh boy did it hurt. So today was supposed to be the last day, but I accidentally left one of the folders empty on my PC, so I guess this is the last day officially. And all of that leads to this point. Hold up, I need to get the measuring tape. I finally found it. And on all gods, on Vishnu, on Allah, I actually did measure them beforehand. The file didn't corrupt, I just accidentally deleted it. Sounds like a joke, but I promise it's not. Alright, let's go. Let's starting off with the left, relaxed. I have left a couple of days for the biceps to hopefully cool down and not be pumped anymore, but I do notice a size difference. They were extremely underdeveloped before this. The left is 36, relaxed, and the right is also 36, and flexed 38. No, 13, yeah, 38. My camera quality is too shit. 38.5 flexed. Unexpectedly big difference, honestly. So, in conclusion, should you do this? Maybe. If you're in the same situation as me, where you want to, walk past the mirror, hit one of these and be proud, yeah, go for it. But I won't be continuing with this, obviously, and they'll probably stay undeveloped after this. Enough yapping now. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and like, and I'm making a comeback. See you.